I think it's absolutely hysterical that I'm talking about my life as a sex worker, a former sex worker. I'm no longer a sex worker. You could not hire me to see me in Vegas. And people want to shit on me because I was a sex worker. But the biggest thing is that the men that I dated were much worse than the people that I dated as an escort. The men that I dated in real life were total crap. And the men that I dated as a sex worker were much, much nicer. And it could have been because there was money involved, and it could have been because they wanted to be on their best behavior, and it could have been just because it was like a first date and there was nerves and jitters and all of the things involved. It could have been that. But the men that I dated in my real life were way worse than the men that I dated as an escort. Every single one of them. And I hope they're watching, because they were. They were. You know, I dated the richest people that you could even imagine. You know, $5 million houses, Bentleys, Porsches, Ferraris, all of the things. They were so freaking bad. They weren't generous. They were terrible. They wanted you on your beck and call, and I was so broken I did it. Because I did like the nice and fancy meals, and I did like taking the rides in the nice sports cars and all of those things. But, like, I had one dude that had a plane, and he would do shit like, hey, go home and get your passport because I'm going to go to Mexico and drop some people off and then fill up, and then we can have lunch and we can do that. So I'd go home, take a shower, go get my passport, and be like, and then I get a phone call and go, yeah, I'm not going to do that. You know, I mean, he did that like 3 or 4 times. And, you know, they were always there that wanted to wine and dine you, 69 ya, but there was nothing in return. So at least if somebody was going to treat me like shit and treat me like an object and treat me like how they could use me, at least then I was getting something out of it and I could pay my rent. Because I'll tell you one thing, one thing that I've learned in dating rich men and being an escort is that martinis will never pay your rent. They didn't for me, and I don't think they will for you. But if you figured out how martinis can pay your rent, please let me know. I'll pass that information around and we can all learn.